That's fine. The ratings work.
Okay.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ, I just smelled that. Oh my God. That smells like dirty diaper. No. God.
What is going on?
You don't smell that fart? I just now...
I'm afraid to breathe right
we
now.
ended the burial chamber episode with him farting, and I'm like, I don't smell anything. And as soon as we start this one, holy shit.
Hey, do you know why? Because the burial chamber was...
Shit.
Fist bump, bro! Shut up, fist bump,
I don't
bro!
think we should include this.
Oh, it's all staying in, baby. What is up, everyone? Justin with Isn't It Scary? Joined by Stinky McGee and his girlfriend,
Yeah,
Jenna.
I'm the stinky one.
And tonight...
Cagey Wagey.
Cagey Wagey, Cuddle Bunny, Pookie Bear. And tonight we're reviewing Spooks on Spurr.
So I'm glad we got to start this video with some funny notes because, boy, was this haunt. It was funny. Oh, it was hilarious. More on that later. Go ahead, Justin. Take it away.
Let's talk about Spooks on Spurr. So first of all, this is their fourth-ish year open. I think they've been around since 2018. And they are in New London, Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say this right off the bat before I get into the numbers. Spooks on Spurr is one of my top 3 favorite haunts in the state. There are some things about Spooks on Spurr that really concern me from a business and professional level, but that has no impact, I assure you, on my review score. There are 2 events, Forest of Freaks, and what is it, the Mansion of Misery? They're both $20. It'll cost you $70 if you buy them together.
Wait, no. 35. 35 for one person together.
Yeah, but 72.
See, that's because Brienne bought our tickets and it was $70. I'm sorry. It'll cost you $35. You will save $5 if you buy them both together. I apologize.
Again, we were up late.
And I had to work all day. Anyway, you have 2 haunted events. You have a midway area where they have big bonfires and concessions, sort of, and bands. Mm-hmm. And it's really a cool setting.
Yes.
It is. It's one of the coolest midways. It reminds me of when Green Bay Fear had that midway where you could all gather around a campfire. You know, they would have the bands and stuff. It reminds me of that. Mm-hmm. So,
I miss that.
Let's talk about it. Forest of Freaks. You get on a wagon, they call your number, you get on a wagon, and they take you across the road out to the other side of the property to this old church. You are greeted by one of the coolest actors I have ever interacted with. He is a ZFG. If you don't get what that means, too bad, you're probably too young. Actor. And he gives it to you straight. I love the guy. I think his acting is on point and fantastic. He brings you into the chapel and you are greeted by a nun where you confess your sins. And then you are taken out into the Forest of Freaks. We'll talk scares first. I thought almost every actor on the trail was on point. I thought they were into their character for as late as it was in the night when we went through at 12:30 in the morning. I thought the energy was still there. And I really enjoyed some of the attempts and successes at scares. My overall for scares for the Forest of Freaks is a 90. Very, very good. Jenna, Forest of Freaks.
I love it. I thought it was really nice. I love the trails because I like that outdoor atmosphere. And it is creepy. I like it.
Hell yeah.
It's kind of, you kind of get lost. You kind of don't know what you're doing. And you go with it. I like to lead. I think I was leading for part of it. And it's fun.
Scares out of 100.
I thought it was scary, 95.
Nice. Gage.
Scares. So as we already stated in the previous year's video that they do touch you. So when you don't have that defense mechanism knowing they can't touch you, when you don't have that and that they can there, that really kind of makes it feel like, oh shit, something's about to happen. Something's about to grab me. So, and did that happen a lot with me? So when it comes to scares, I'd have to honestly give that 100. I was scared.
I kind of thought you were gonna.
Going from Burial Chamber to that one, and just comparing the two, this was terrifying to me.
It's a totally different experience. Even if it's just something as simple as...
Yeah, because you don't expect that.
Yeah, you're not used to it. You're like, wait, you're not allowed to touch me. Well, actually, here they are. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about the sounds on the Forest of Freaks. Mm-hmm. There's a little music playing sometimes, but I really appreciated how quiet it was outside of the chapel. Mm-hmm. They created a great end-of-the-world-like atmosphere inside of the chapel. Mm-hmm. And once you get out, you're in nature. It reminds me a lot of the atmosphere / sounds that they have at Haunted Voyage Camp Tapawingo.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds, for me, for Forest of Freaks, were a perfect 100. Mm-hmm. I was very impressed. I enjoyed it. And, again, Forest of Freaks is one of my favorite part of attractions in the state. Jenna, sounds, Forest of Freaks.
I'd have to say 100 too. I love that atmosphere too. Yeah. And yeah, everything really adds to it nicely.
Gage.
They're going to have 300s across the board here as well.
We almost. I don't think we've ever had that happen. With I think it's
not at all. Even whatever. But when it came to sounds, man, I don't think I can ever think at a point where I'm like, that was enough. That was too much. Because it never was. Right. It was always perfect. They always hit it with each actor. Each sound pertained to the haunt. Because there are multiple setting, I mean to say. There are multiple different settings. And each of the sounds for these settings fit the criteria. Whether it be carnival, whether it be a demonic thing, whether it be just like a church. Like they really hit the bar there. 100 for me.
One thing I want to say. When we were walking, because there's like a clowny carnival portion. When we were walking up to that, I didn't hear the music for that until we were past the van. Mm-hmm. You know, the ice cream van that they were going to kidnap me into. I didn't start to hear the music for that until then. They had that music perfect. Because if I'm way back 100 yards and I hear do doodly doody doo 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 doody dee doo,
when it's in like a survival apocalypse
thing, why the hell are you playing this when I'm in a graveyard? What is this crap? But then I get up and I just start to hear it as I come up around and see the carnival. And they had the same effect last year. It was just as good, and I liked it. I liked it a lot. All right, scenery.
100.
You were quick on that one.
90.
I loved it.
It was good.
Scenery,
90.
I would give it an 80.
Yeah.
The only thing that's kind of bringing it back is because it seemed like it was the same from last year.
Yeah, it was pretty much the same.
It was the same from last year.
There wasn't a lot changed, but it was. In fact, I don't know if there was.
I felt like there was something changed. That's why I'm not giving it a 50. Kind of like Burial.
Yeah.
I felt like something did change. I don't really remember exactly.
Whatever they did,
it felt, give it an 80.
Whatever they did, it
felt fresh.
It felt fresh and exciting still.
Exactly.
You know, it could be that it's only our second year going there too. Mm-hmm. Cool. So we'll do actors as a total event.
Exactly, makes sense.
Let's do it. Mansion of Misery.
Mansion of Misery. Hey, I just want to say it's really fun in the little cart ride to the Forest of Freaks and back. Let me just throw it out there.
Yeah, it's like the most relaxing part of the night for me because I was so damn tired.
Yep.
Oh my god.
So Mansion of Misery.
Well, after we of course tell them you should check the links in our description. We got merch. Is It Scary t-shirts, hoodies, metal prints, all kinds of cool stuff. You guys, links in the description. Check it out. Let us know what you think. And if you like us, buy some merch, baby.
Keep you warm. It's chilly out there at night.
Please help. It is very expensive to do all this.
Yeah, it is incredibly expensive to do all of this. Yeah, Mansion of Misery. So I maintain that the girl at the door is fantastic, and I want to make sure that she gets her due. I know that her and all the actors and actresses there at Spooks and Spurr do have to deal with sometimes difficult customers. We'll say difficult.
Yeah.
And I want you all to know that you are appreciated.
You are very appreciated. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you are very appreciated because we did get to see some of the difficult customers firsthand last night. We'll touch on that in a minute. Mansion of Misery. Scares. 90. It's good. It's almost the same as last year, except they rerouted us a little bit this year.
Which was fun.
And I really liked that. It kept it fresh and interesting, gave us some new stuff to see. And I'm a solid 90 on scares.
Yeah,
Jen?
90.
I would say 90 as well. I never had points where I was like completely terrified, but like as I was the Forest of Freaks. But it was a solid 90. I've had some points where I'm like, okay, kind of expected that, but still, it was a good time. Scary. It was scary. Scenery?
100. I love the house.
100, it's cool as hell.
100. They changed that up, and the way they introduced it, as opposed to going somewhere else, I don't want to say it, but going down somewhere, that was the better way to introduce this haunt.
Let's talk about the sounds. I thought it was good. Just got the right atmosphere. Don't have blaring screaming. I want to fucking kill you.
Jaws on metal.
Yeah, they don't have that the whole time you're in there, so it is nice. It's a good, different feeling, and I like it. Sounds for me 95 range.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go 100.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it.
I could even see that, honestly.
I had zero problems with the sounds at all. I'd have to give that a 90.
Yeah, it was good. It's really good. Again, the actors, I know the girl outside the house. I know she gets worked over by some of the customers, and I know a lot of the actors do. We even had some actors in character vent those frustrations to us.
Mm-hmm.
And when we told them that we hadn't had a drop of alcohol all night, they were like, "Oh my God, thank the fuck Christ!"
And I'm really sad to see that has. It is so relieving.
So that's
yeah.
It is something that people notice. Regardless of the setting and what your job is, employees, which is what the actors are, notice that kind of stuff, and they also notice when you aren't a total dick to them.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about actors overall. You know what? I'm gonna give it to them 100.
100, exactly.
Yeah,
Me
100,
too.
100. You do not have to be 100 just to fit in, but I'm giving them 100.
Yep.
This is, I think, the highest score we've really ever given.
Yeah.
At all. I'm just saying it was a great time, especially for being that late at night and how much they had to put up with, and they're still awake for it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I would say my most valuable actor, if that's obviously what we're gonna do. My most valuable actor is the guy outside the church with the little penis doll staff. He's awesome. Doesn't pull any punches. He cusses you out. He's right in your face. Wham bam. Thank you, ma'am. I love his character. I love the way he brings everybody in. He commands that whole center station. He don't play no games. And that's what's required when you're dealing with sometimes inebriated adults and sometimes younger people too. You gotta let them know, hey, there's no bullshit here. We're not fucking around. I like him. He does a great job. I think he was my MVA actor last year, or maybe it was a girl outside the house. He deserves it, and he gets it again this year. Mm-hmm. Jenna?
I agree. Man outside the house.
MVA?
The guy outside the church.
Yeah, the church, yeah.
Mine is a little lesser known one. I want to go ahead and see the girl outside the front introducing us. I want to see the guy outside the church, especially the nun in there. But there's one in this haunt that was lesser known, I think deserves to be mentioned. So there's a room where it seems like you're in a bunch of pallets and stuff like that. There's that really wooden looking room, like you're crawling through an attic with spiders and all this creepy stuff.
Yeah.
There's this actor in there. I don't know if it was a child, and that's what's incredible. Is a child that I'm calling out here that did a great job. The mask that he or she was using, and the way they were using corners, they weren't trying to scare. That actor was not trying to scare us. It was trying to be creepy as hell. And holy shit, was that creepy. Because I see this weird little, like, beak-looking creature peeking around the corner at us. And then, like, it's just stalking us throughout kind of the halfway through that room. And then it's, like, hiding in a corner, perched, looking at us. This actor, it was a little lesser known. I don't know who it was, but I had to call it out, man. I called like I see it. That actor did incredible.
Very good. Very good.
Really kept in the room and its character.
Was it fun, Gage?
Hell yeah.
Was it fun, Jenna?
Yeah.
Was it fun, Justin? Hell yeah. So, if you're not wondering if you should... by the way, you should go to Spooks on Spurr. It's excellent.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, say your tagline.
My tagline? Is it Scary Wisconsin?
You tell us, let us know in the comments, blah, blah, blah. We'll see you right here next time for another Haunted House review. Jenna, say the thing.
Have a good night.
And now this is for ownership/management of Spooks on Spurr. When you mix adults, alcohol, and haunted houses, nobody wins. I understand that you can make so much more money, and I firmly believe that at some point, Maybe not tomorrow, maybe not this year, maybe not in the next 2 years, but at some point, you are going to have serious issues there mixing alcohol and the haunted house.
We've already heard some worrying things
Yeah,
going
and,
through our haunt.
Yep. And we saw it firsthand last night. We saw it the last year. And even some of the people on the grounds that we talked to were kind of like, yeah, it gets a little fucking ridiculous. I don't know if there's a way to monitor how much certain people there are being served. But realistically, I think there has to be a 2-drink minimum or something, or a 2-drink maximum, or something has to change in regards to how you serve your customers. I'm not accusing anybody at the bar of anything. I'm not making any brash statements. I'm not calling anybody out. But I am saying, long term, you are going to have a problem. I am also saying, you have a full contact haunt. You have a rated R haunt. Totally cool. Have no problems with it. My one warning to you, and I'm going to say it now, make sure that you are properly insured to be a full contact haunt, because at some point you will get sued. I'm not saying you're doing anything wrong. I am not in any way insinuating that Spooks on Spurr is engaging in dangerous behavior, because I do not believe they are. But I am telling you now, at some point you will be sued, especially once somebody realizes they can sue you. Writing "the actors may touch you" on your board does not protect you from a lawsuit. And if you think it does, you and anybody that believes it are foolish. My advice to you is, you ensure that you are insured, that's 2 different words, properly to be a full contact rated R haunt. If you are not, change your haunt to no contact. That's all I have to say.
And if we're coming to haunt goers too, be fucking adults. Watch what you drink. Be an adult and just be a courteous. I can't seem to talk right now. Just a normal human being. Courteous.
Be courteous.
Be kind to actors. They were there till 1 a.m. in the morning putting up with some people's bullshit. And that is just enough.
Yeah.
Grow the fuck up is what I want to say to some of these people.
I can see why management and ownership, and I can see why some of the actors get really, 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 really annoyed with some of this shit, because holy crap, dude. Like, it would take maybe 1 or 2 nights like that to make me as an owner say, we're not serving alcohol here anymore. Because it totally ruins what should be a festive atmosphere. That is all I have to say. I have nothing else to say.
I think that's a great way to leave it. Do you want to add anything on that, Jenna? No?
You can say no.
You can?
No.
No?
Make sure you're properly insured and find a way to limit the service of alcohol to each customer. I don't know how you do it, but my recommendation is that you find a very, very effective way, and you do it very, very quickly.
And haunt goers, grow up. Thank you.